Hello friends, this is Dr. Vijay Kumar. I am welcoming you all in my lecture on the topic measure of dispersion. As you all know, my every lecture is available in both English and Hindi language version. You can go to my channel or description of any video for getting proper link. So now I will discuss the today's topic, measure of dispersion. Measure of dispersion is the measure of scatteredness of observation around their average, and it is necessary to get a better description of data. The extent or degree to which data tend to spread around an average is called dispersion or variation. Measure of dispersion is also known as averages of second order. So in this lecture I will discuss these many measures of dispersions. The first is range, mean deviation, standard deviation, variance, coefficient of variation, and also I will discuss standard error along with standard deviation. So the first is range. Range is the difference between the lowest and highest value in the series. So by subtracting the range is subtraction between largest and smallest value. So if we will have these two values, in that case we can estimate the range. Now the second measure of dispersion is mean deviation, and mean deviation is defined as the arithmetic mean of the absolute value of the deviations. Here we are generally considering the absolute value. We are not taking this sign. If sign is negative, we will not consider that negative sign. So the formula is, it is summation of mod x minus x bar divided by n. So here we are using mod, so we are considering absolute value of deviation of the variant values from their average. So, and in the case of grouped data, in case of discrete distribution, in case of continuous description, we can use these two formula mentioned on this slide. Now I will discuss standard deviation. This is very important measure of dispersion. It is defined as the square root of the arithmetic mean of the squares of deviation of the observations from the arithmetic mean. When we will see the formula, this definition will be more clear when we will see the formula for the standard deviation. It is denoted by sigma, and it is supposed to be the best measure of dispersion. Standard deviation is supposed as best measure of dispersion, and this is very important, and generally this is asked in objective questions, what is the best measure of dispersion. So in that case you can answer standard deviation is the best measure of dispersion. Standard deviation is a measure of how far each observed value is from the mean. In any distribution, about 95% of values will be within 2 standard deviation of the mean. In this photograph you can see around 68% of the data are in between 1 within one standard deviation. Around 95% of the data will be within 2 standard deviation, and 99.7% of values will be within 3 standard deviation of the mean. So this is very important, and several time questions are generally asked from this concept. Now, what is meaning of low standard deviation and high standard deviation? Low standard deviation means data are clustered around the mean, and high standard deviation indicates data are more spread out. A standard deviation close to 0 indicates that data points are close to the mean value. This is the formula for estimating standard deviation. These are two formula. You can use any one for estimating standard deviation. This is one of the questions based on standard deviation estimation. Here we have few values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is 9 values, and on the basis of all these 9 values we will have to calculate a standard deviation. So here we can apply the formula mentioned on the last slide. Using that formula we can estimate the standard deviation. So here summation x square, for calculating summation x square separately we will have to calculate the square values of all the observations. That means square of 69, square of 66, square of 67, and such similarly we will have to calculate a square value of each observations and then sum it all. So in this way the summation of a square of all those value will be 40,465, and separately we will have to calculate summation of all those observations and then square it. So summation of all these observations are 603, and after squaring we will have to divide it by n, that means 9. So in this way we get the value. Standard deviation value is coming around 2.83. So in this way we can calculate the standard deviation for any observations. If the data is given in the form of frequency distribution, then in that case we can use these two formula, first for discrete distribution, second for continuous distribution. By using these two formula we can estimate value of a standard deviation in the case of frequency distribution. Now I will discuss few shortcut methods for calculating standard deviation. In case if items are more and figures are large enough, in that case we can use these shortcut methods, and these are the formula, and we have two formula for discrete distribution and for continuous distribution. We can use these formulas. Now the next measure of dispersion is variance, and the square of a standard deviation is known as variance. It is denoted by sigma square. Standard deviation is denoted by sigma, so a square of a standard deviation is sigma square, and this is the formula for calculating variance value. So it's simply a square of standard deviation. So in the case of a standard deviation we generally applied under root, so In this case, in the case of variance, we are not using under root. So this is the simple formula for calculating variance. And in the case of frequency distribution, for discrete distribution and for continuous distribution, similarly we can apply this formula. And similarly here we are not using a square root. Now come to the standard error. The standard error of a sample mean is given by this formula: standard error equal to a standard deviation divided by under root n. And here sigma is a standard deviation and n is number of observations. So very simply we can estimate a standard error. The standard error is a statistical term that measures the accuracy with which a sample distribution represents a population by using a standard deviation. In statistics, a sample mean deviates from the actual mean of a population. This deviation is the standard error of the mean. Later on, this will be more clear. I will use certain examples for making these things clear. The standard deviation and standard error are generally students are getting confused by these two terms, standard deviation and standard error. So the standard deviation measures the amount of variability or dispersion from the individual data value to the mean, while the standard error of the mean measures how far the sample mean of the data is likely to be from the true population mean. So these two concepts, standard deviation and standard error, are very different concepts. Now when to use a standard error and when to use a standard deviation. For students, sometimes they find it very difficult differentiating between a standard deviation and a standard error. When to use a standard deviation and when to use a standard error. This is a very big and confusing task for a student. So here on this slide I will try to make these two concepts clear, where to use a standard deviation and where to use a standard error. It depends when to use a standard error and when to use a standard deviation. If the message you want to carry is about the spread and variability of the data, then a standard deviation is to be used. When you can use a standard deviation? In case if you want to show the spread and variability of data, how much your data is dispersion of your data from the mean value. If you want to show this dispersion or a spread of data from mean value, you will use a standard deviation. If your standard deviation is large, if the value of a standard deviation is high, it reflects that, it tells that your data is very much variable from your mean value. If a standard deviation is a small, is low value, if a standard deviation value is very small, it tells that the different observations in the data are not very much variable. They are very much close to the mean value. And when in the case you want to show the spread and variability of data, you will use a standard deviation. Now this is the use of a standard deviation. Now, when you will use a standard error, if you are interested in the precision of the means, then a standard error is to be used. In case if you want to show whether your mean is precise or not, whether calculated mean is accurate or not, in that case you will use a standard error. By seeing a standard error, you can say that whether your mean is very much accurate or not, whether your mean is precise or not. How I will give some example for making these things more clear. Suppose generally we are calculating mean from a sample. If your population size is very large, in that case generally we are taking mean, and we are supposing that mean for the mean of population. Suppose we have calculated some mean, and now we just want to know whether this mean is precise or accurate or not. In that case we will calculate a standard error. Now how we will calculate the standard error? We will take several samples from that population. We will take suppose we are taking 5 samples. 5 different samples we are taking for calculating mean. So now we have 5 means. Now we have 5 means, and now what we will do, we will calculate means of the mean. We have 5 mean. Using all these mean, we will calculate one means for all those 5 means. Now we have means of the mean. Now we have mean for the means. Now using this mean, we will calculate the standard deviation. We have mean and we have 5 different other means. So using the value of mean and other means value, we will calculate the standard deviation, and this standard deviation will be our standard error. If the value of a standard error, on the basis of value of a standard error, we can say whether means of the population is precise or not precise. If a standard value of a standard error is very small, then in that case you can say your mean value is precise. If the standard error value is large, then in that case you can say your mean value is not very correct, not very accurate, not very precise. So a standard error, the concept of a standard error is generally used for checking precision of the means. So now I am hoping that it's quite clear when to use a standard deviation and when to use a standard error. Now coming to the coefficient of variation. A standard deviation is an absolute measure of dispersion, and it is expressed in the same unit in which data is given. Therefore, it is not of much use for comparing the extent of the dispersion in 2 or more series of data, especially if the data are in the different units of measurements. The following two situations may arise. The first situation is when 2 or more distribution having unequal means are to be compared in respect of their variability. And the second condition is, the second situation is when two or more distributions having observation expressed in the different units are to be compared in respect of their variability. For making comparison in the above two situations, we use a relative measure of dispersion called as coefficient of variation, and this is the formula for estimating coefficient of variation. It is sigma divided by x bar into 100. And this is one of the example related to coefficient of variation. So here we have two species of canines, A and B, and we have their length, species wise length and standard deviation. Now we will have to interpret the variability for the length of these two species. So for the first species, the length is 67 inch plus minus 2.5 inch standard deviation. For the second species, B species, we have length 64 inches plus minus 2.4 inch standard deviation. Now we will have to interpret the variability. So the formula of variability for the coefficient of variation is standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. So by putting this formula, the coefficient of variation for the first species, A species, is 3.73, and coefficient of variation for the second species, species B, is 3.75. So the length of species B is more variable than the length of species A. So in this way we can use the concept of coefficient of variation. So this is all for measure of dispersion. So thanks for watching my video. Thank you very much.